Grown man business. All right, we got another episode of Red Ghost Sports Talk. I'm your host, Red Ghost. Oh, we working today, baby. We working today. I ain't feel like going back in the house and getting my Miami Heat hat, so I'm gonna keep this one on. But we gonna go back to college football, man. Let's talk about the game last night. Florida State Seminoles against Ole Miss. Oh my God, that was a hell of a game, man. I love that game. I know there was a few Florida State Seminoles fans that was, you know, pulling their hair out throughout the game, and they was going through all types of emotions. I feel it, man. Uh, Ole Miss came out on fire. Ole Miss came out on fire for real. Uh, Florida State, they stayed solid throughout the whole game. They stayed solid, and that's how they got the victory. Um, Ole Miss, they still having the same type of problems they had last year. They would start off hot, on fire, and when it comes down to like the end of the third quarter or the fourth quarter, they just give out the gas and they'll give up the game. They'll lose that big lead and they'll lose the game. You know, they came out on fire, man. The defense was hitting. They was responding to the ball. They was swarming. Man, they was so amped up. And man, it was a good game. You know, it was a good game. Uh, they had Florida State on the ropes, baby. They had Florida State on the ropes. I think they what I think the score was 28-6 or something like that, 28-7. And after the third quarter, it started turning around. You know, Florida State, they gained momentum, and they kept on. You know, Florida State came out a little timid. They came out like they was a little nervous, in my opinion. I like that kid, man. The Florida State rookie, freshman quarterback, Francois. Actually, he's from Mississippi, and hey, I like him, man. He came out. He was poised, man. He was calm throughout the whole game. I like him. Man. He threw a nice pass to Dalvin Cook that was wide open. How could you leave Dalvin Cook wide open, man? And he ran for like 30, 40 yards, and he almost scored. The ball slipped out his hand, and he fumbled like at the 4-yard line or whatever. I don't know how that happened, man, but he was all alone, and the ball just slipped out his hand. I don't know if his gloves was slippery, wet, whatever, but he fumbled that ball by himself. Dalvin Cook did get banged up. You know, in the fourth quarter, he was he left the game for a minute, limping. He's been having issues with his ankle and his leg since last year. So, you know, he's a hard runner, man. He's such a hard runner. He's a physical runner. He takes on the contact. He's not going to run away from it. So he got banged up last year. So last night he got banged up as well, but he did bounce back. Look like he's going to be all right. I'm keeping a close eye on that. He is on my Heisman watch this year, along with Leonard Fournette and over there at LSU, and McCaffrey. That's my boy, man, over there in Stanford, man. I like him. But yeah, he is on the Heisman watch. Even Deshaun Watson over there in Clemson. And the ACC did good the first week, man. ACC did real good. I think we was 13-3 or something like that. You know, our record. The SEC was 7-7. They didn't have a good week. You know, there was some upsets. Like I said, LSU lost to Wisconsin. You know, Ole Miss, they lost. There was a couple other guys that lost. But, we're going to talk about Georgia as well. Georgia beat North Carolina. That was an upset to me also, man. I think Georgia's going to bounce back this year. They had an okay subpar season last year, but they came out pretty strong, man. I'm liking that running back. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. It's getting a little late, man. I'm about to go running, get my workout on, get my sexy back. But anyway, back on Florida State Seminoles, man. It was a good game. You know, of course, I went against them. You know, whoever, I don't care if it's ACC. My cousin was like, man, you supposed to go for the ACC. I love the ACC. That's the division I'm in. But everybody's the enemy right now. Everybody. Everybody who beat me last year is the enemy. Florida State, Clemson, North Carolina. Even Duke's still the enemy because they try to cheat us. You know, so. But, hey, congratulations to Florida State that won. ACC is looking strong this year. The ACC is looking real strong. The competition is real thick, man. Tell me what y'all think. Ole Miss, they just got to hold on to their leagues and stay solid throughout the game. They did have some players that got hurt. They was falling. They was dropping like flies in the game. Just got to keep them healthy. Guys on the defensive side, they was getting hurt and injured. But Florida State, man, they did what they've been doing for the past 2 or 3 years. They stay solid throughout the whole game. For you to beat Florida State Seminoles, you gotta stay solid throughout the whole game, man. You can't just come out on fire the first quarter or the second quarter and think you're gonna win it. You gotta be on fire and stay solid and consistent all 4 quarters against Florida State. They are the heart of a champion, man. Just short 2 or 3 years ago, they won it all, man. They won the whole thing. They won the championship with Jameson Winston and Calvin Benjamin. So, hey, let's talk about it, man. Florida State Seminoles, they beat Ole Miss, and they moved up in the ranks. They like ranked number 3 now. What y'all think? College football's here, baby, and it's live. Grown man business.